This is a video on introduction to the SAS software. SAS, as you know, is a very popular software in the analytics industry. It's used by almost every large MNC in the world. There are of course competitors to SAS like R and then SPSS, Statistica. So many statistics softwares are there in the market, but SAS is the market leader. It has been there in the market for decades and one of the most popular software in the world. Uh, you know, in terms of data handling and doing statistical analysis. The main feature of SAS is that it can handle a large volume of data, and you can store data in different places and access it through the software. And it's very comfortable, actually it's very convenient, um, editing your data and then cutting your data into different pieces and then consolidating your data. So that's one of the main feature of SAS, and of course its legacy over the last 3-4 decades, which has brought SAS to what it is now. So in this video I'll give you a very brief introduction about the SAS software. As you can see on the screen, my software is open. It will be installed in your desktop, and then click on the icon there and it will open it for you. There are basically three windows you can see on my screen. The one which is open is an editor window. That is where you write your code, and then next to it we have log window. So any code you write, the log of the code will be written on this window. And then the third one is the output window. So the results of your analysis or whatever you are doing on the editor window will be shown in the output window. You can have as many as editor window. Okay, how do we get it? You go to view and then click on enhance editor. So you will have an additional editor window. Like I clicked on it, I have another editor window here. To the left of the screen you have Explorer. Go to the Explorer. Okay, so if you go to the Explorer, you have so many libraries here. SAS has got two types of library. One type of library is your temporary library, and the other type of library is the collection of the permanent library. Work library is the temporary library. So why is it a temporary library? Because anything you store in the work library will only be there for the current session. Once the session goes away, the data will be deleted, or whatever you have kept inside the work library will be deleted automatically. Okay, and there are couple of inbuilt library. LIB is the library I have created. I'll of course talk about how to create a library in SAS. SAS user, maps, and SAS help are three already. These libraries are already there in the SAS software. SAS help is actually very useful. You have a lot of data sets actually. So you can, if you want to use this data set for your study, you want to practice, you can use this data set from SAS help. We have so many tabs here. You can see on the top of the window. In the file, you can open a new new window and close any window that is open. You can open a new program and open a program which is saved in your data in your desktop. You can import and export data. Of course, you can do it writing a code, but if you don't want to write code and directly by using the menu bar, if you want to import a data set, you can always do that. You can edit uh, by going to the edit tab. You can view the different windows, and you can directly go to the results explorer contents from this tab. We have like so many tools out there, graphic editor, image editor. So those things are not often used if you are a statistical modeler, but if you are a report builder or your major work is to build reports, very often you will be using these tools. You can run the code by calling the run here, but of course there are other ways of doing that also. And then in the solution tab, you have so many the inbuilt statistical features that you can use to analyze your data. You have so many things. I mean, design of experiments, interactive data analysis, market research. So these are already built in. It's already given to you directly by the SaaS organization. You can always write codes and build your own things for you, but if you're not good at writing code or don't want to write code, you can always use these features. You can use OLAP, programming stuff, reporting things. If you want any help, go to the help, and then you can find different forums out there on the web. It will take you to the your internet and then take you to the SaaS forum where technical things are discussed. If you want any technical help, you can always post your problem, and somebody from the SaaS or somebody from the user group will answer it for you. There are different icons at the top of the window. If you want a new new log window or output window, go to the new. You want to open any folder, you can open from there. If you want to save your data set, save your program or a log file or output file, go to save. You can print it from here, and the most important thing is this one. Okay, the one it's looking like somebody is running, right? So by clicking on this, you will be able to run your program. Okay, if you click on this, the entire program on the editor will be run. If you want to run only a portion of the program, only a few lines of the program, just select that portion of the program and then click on this particular icon. You can clear whatever is there on the output and log by clicking on this clear all. Next to that, you have break. Sometimes what happens is that a program is running and it's running for very long time. For some reason, some issues, or maybe you haven't been able to write the code properly, and then it went into some kind of a infinite loop. You can terminate the program. Okay, so when you click on it, it will prompt you whether cancel submit statement, cancel the dialog, terminate the SaaS system. Generally go in for the first one, cancel the submit system. You will not lose your program and output and everything. If you terminate, the software will close it for you, and you will have to start everything over again. Make sure you save everything before running, because sometimes it goes into infinite loop and you may have to terminate the SaaS program, resulting the loss of your files, your programs, and your output. In SaaS, The first thing we should learn is about library. How to create a library in SAS. Okay, and how many types of library are there? I have already told uh, that there are two types of library usually. One is your temporary library, the other one is the permanent library. Temporary library is known as the work library. You can see it on your left. If you go to Explorer, you will find this library. This library is already created in SAS. You don't have to create it. So if you are not mentioning the library name, and you will see later on where exactly you need to mention the library name, then everything will be saved inside this work library. But it will remain there till the session is there. Once you close this session, you close SAS window, and then everything will be lost. So make sure that you save it in some permanent library. So that's when the purpose of or the importance of permanent library comes into picture. So permanent library is a type of library that you create by assigning a particular path from your system. I have created a library called LIV, which which is uh, which is created by referencing path uh, one of the path that I have mentioned while creating it. So that path is is nothing but one of your location in your system, in your own system. Of course, if you have a server in place, you can also mention the path to the server. um, so that's about library. We will learn in the next session how to define a permanent library. Before I end this session, I'll teach you one small thing, that how to create a data statement or a data, or how to how to create a data in SAS. For that we use data and then give your data name. I'll start with ABC, something like that. Okay, and then write input A and B. So A and B are going to be the two columns in my data set. Then I'll write data lines. So data lines means it says that after that the actual data or the values will be followed. Okay, put semicolon. So after each each line of the code, make sure you put a semicolon. Okay, 1 2. So 1 is the value for A, 2 is the value for B, 3 4. Okay, remember one thing, in the data statement, if you haven't mentioned any library name, well, the ideal way of defining your dataset name is that first you mention your library name dot the data name. Okay, if you want to create in the LIB library, you have to put like this, LIB dot ABC. So the data ABC will be stored in the library LIB. Okay, but if you don't mention anything there, this dataset will be saved in the work library. Okay, let us run this. Once you have run the code, make sure you check your log and just read your log properly. If any error has happened, it will be shown there. So correct your code based on the error. There is no error here. and there are two nodes. One of the nodes says that the dataset ABC, you can see work.abc, right? So work is my library. So the default library is work. If you don't mention any library name, the default library is work. Has two observations and two variables. How do I check if the dataset is there in my work library or not? Go to Explorer. How do you go to the Explorer? Well, you can find Explorer here down below, or else go to View and then Explorer. Okay, go to Explorer. You have work here. Okay, so I have two more dataset in the work library before this session, but I have created this dataset ABC just now in front of you. Okay, click on it. There are two columns, A and B, and you can see the values that you had given in your code. That's how we create a data set. In the subsequent session, we'll talk about so many other things: how to create a library, how to you know save your data set in permanent library, and then how to use one of the most important feature of SAS, the SAS props. Okay, so all these things will be covered in the subsequent sessions.